Well, hello there. Welcome to my channel. This is Mr. Gibson Guy, and here with us again. If you're new to the channel, I've covered a lot of different subjects. A lot of them I've been doing lately have been classic photography or vintage photography, and that's what this channel, this particular video is about today. In particular, we'll be looking at comparing several different 50mm f1.4 prime lenses. Now, what brought me onto this subject was that I was on YouTube the other day and I was watching some different videos, and I came across one particular photographer's channel, and he had a video that was kind of a similar subject, and it was you don't need a 50mm 1.4 prime lens. And this guy, for his channel, is pretty determined in his presentation. I guess that's part of his whole personality, is that he has a feeling about something and he believes very strongly in it, and seeks to straighten everybody out on how they should do it. I won't say the guy's name, and I have to say I watched several of his videos. They were very informative and they were fun to watch. Well, let's just say he's a photographer who's angry, and that's probably all you need to know. And I'm not going to argue with him on there, but I do take a little bit different view on the different perspective on the whole notion of who needs it. His point was basically that 1.4 is an expensive 50mm lens. You're better off just getting a 1.8 and leave it at that. And I don't know that he's exactly correct. He says it's a waste of your money, and I don't think that it's a waste of your money. I have a bunch of f1.8 lenses, and I have some f1.4 lenses also. And I was happy about getting the 1.4s, but today we're going to take a look at them and see what the hype is all about, and see if it really turns out to be something that we should be concerned with, or is he correct? Should we just stay with the little bit slower lenses that are smaller and lighter and cost a lot less? As kind of a nowadays camera collector, I would say no, it's not. These lenses, whether it's a 1.4 or a 1.8, they're going to continue to hold their retail value, or their resale value, I should say, and I don't see that really going away. They're not going to make any more of these things, so their numbers are going to continue to deplete with time. They don't last forever. They should last several lifetimes, but some of them have been treated pretty rough and don't have much life or any life left in them. So those that are still working on cameras and still in good shape, we want to take care of them, make sure they last. But I wouldn't worry about losing money on one, because the values are always going to be there. But let me talk about how we're going to do this here. When I first started in photography, in the photography magazines, you read that you don't want to go around evaluating the quality or effectiveness of your lens just by what you see through the viewfinder. And they recommend that you get these accuracy charts, and you put film in your camera and you take pictures of them at different apertures, and then you make big prints of those pictures you've taken and compare them side by side, and that will give you some idea of the quality of your lens. But I'm going to do something which is a lot more well, you can do it right here, and that is to look through the lens, through the camera, through the lens, and compare them all on something just with my own eyes. They say that, well, there are variable factors, the mirrors, the pentaprisms, the focusing screens, the eyepiece glass, but in the end, it's really the lens that's most important, and I think we can find that out from doing some of these little checks that we're going to do. I'm going to show you this. Start off with, this is our model that we go with. This is an ad on eBay, and it's an ad for a Nikon 20mm f4 lens, and it's got like the price and marked down price and shipping information and return stuff, things like that. And I'm gonna look through the finder and through the lens on each of these cameras with their 1.4 50mm. First, I'm going to set the lens on its closest focal length. Goes it all the way out there. And then I'm going to focus by moving in on the screen until I find the exact point of focus, as close as it will focus on here. So this first one is this is the Minolta Rocore X 50mm f1.4, and it's the MD series, the last of them before they went to the autofocus ones. So this was one of their real good lenses, supposedly, and I really like the Minolta XD11. It's a great camera. But let's see. Unfortunately, you can't see through the finder. You have to see me find it, and I'll tell you what I can see and can't see. So here we're blurry, and we're moving in, and we're coming into focus. Yeah, and let's see, I can read the big letters fine. The smaller numbers save US $70, 35% off. And down here, just at the one little spot, no interest if paid in full in 6 months on $99 with PayPal credit. So I can see those, but when I go over to the eBay Shop with Confidence, I can read the bigger stuff, but the smaller ones I cannot read. They are still kind of fuzzy. Seller information, I can read that. But we're kind of fuzzy with this here. When I look at the image of the lens, I can see the writing, but I can't really make out the letters that well. Okay, so with the Minolta, not great. It was readable, and you can see what the focal distance was that I was from the distance from the screen. Now, this one was kind of shock to me. The first camera I got with the f1.4 on it, so this one I bought a few months back, and this is the Pentax MX, which is a camera I really thought was very cool when I first started in photography back in the mid-70s. And I finally got one, and I really enjoy this camera. It's an all-manual camera, but it's really nicely done. I have a video on this. I compare it with the Olympus OM1, which I think was what this was kind of based on. Pentax making their own OM1. But it's a nice camera, and it came with the lens at not a very expensive price. This is the last series, the Pentax. Is it SMC Pentax? And it's 1 equals 1.4 and 50mm. So this is not even a Takumar. This is just when they said Pentax on them. And all these lenses are going to be at wide open aperture. So let's see. Oh yeah. This, try the left eye. This, surprisingly enough, this lens gives you everything. When I look at the picture of the lens on here, it has a serial number. I can read it plainly, 132695. Nikkor 20mm 1:4 Nikon. Yeah, the smallest print of everything is perfectly legible on this. This lens is just plainly much more accurate and precise pinpointing of the letters. Everything is much sharper, is the word that I'm looking for. In different color lettering and everything. Everything is easily viewed here with this, and I can see everything. This makes the minolta Rocore look pretty sad, and that's a surprise because that's kind of a bargain budget f1.4. Next, I have this Canon A1 with the this is with the Canon FD, and that means SSC is on it, but they don't say it, the superior coating. But this is supposed to be a very nice lens. This is the 1.4 also, same thing of course, and I got it racked all the way out to its closest focusing distance. And I'll move in on it. Alright, fuzzy, a little bit sharp. Alright, it's getting better. It doesn't just pop right out like the Pentax does, but it seems to be, I can read stuff, let's see, I can read stuff better than I could with the Minolta. Not as good as with the Pentax. I can read the Nikkor 20mm, and then I'm mixing up letters here. Try the other eye. Yeah. 1, 3, 2, 6, 9, 5. I don't know. I'm reading the serial number off of the eye chart, off of the lens in the picture, and the letters, the numbers are kind of jumbled up, kind of fuzzy looking. So it's maybe a little better than the Minolta, but not anything close to the Pentax. Oh, all right. Now this one, this is my Nikon F3 HP. Has the high HP finder, high eye point, and this one with the big finder on it. This one should be really should show up everything very well. Yeah, it has a regular finder in it. All right, so let me take a look here, and this is the Nikkor 50mm f1.4. So this is one of their real top lenses. Top camera, top lens, high eye point finder. This one should really show everybody what it's all about. Let's see. Well, the finder's bright. Alright, I'm looking at the point where right here, right around here, this is the minimum focusing distance. And I get it just at the right spot, and it's not very fuzzy. Nikon Nikkor 20mm f1.4 vintage camera lens. Condition used. And I can read the price on it. The eBay shop with confidence, eBay money back guarantee. I can't see it, it's too fuzzy. Get the item, you something, or your money back. I can't make out the lettering on it, and the feedback, and blueprint printing. Let's see, what about this the serial number on this lens. This is looking at a Nikon lens through a Nikon lens through a Nikon camera, and I think I'd rather be looking at it through a Pentax. It's not, since I know it, I can kind of read the Nikon 20mm, which just looks like a little book, but the number 132695, okay, I got the number, I think that's the right number, 132695, but this is pretty fuzzy. Let me go back and reference again this Pentax on that lens. Oh, 132695, yeah, that is really sharp. I guess when you look through several fuzzy ones, they look less fuzzy because you kind of get used to it. But those are 4 50mm f1.4s. The one that I don't have is the Olympus. So, just since I have 3 50mm f1.8s on the OM1 and the OM2s, I'm going to check this out. This is the small, cheap, lightweight lens. It's the standard lens to come on an OM1 or OM2 or OM10. And it's really small camera, but remember that when the OM1 came out, one of the things that it was really noted for was its big, bright viewfinder. So it's got that big window here. Let me take a look here. Oh, okay. All right, now we're in Pentax land here. This may be something to what our angry friend was talking about here. This 1.8 blows away 3 of these 4 1.4s, and it stays right with the Pentax even. Yeah, number 132695. 132695. I can read it through either eye easily. Oh yeah, eBay money back guarantee. Get the item get the item you ordered or your money back. Yeah. I had to do that with Macquarie the other day. Boy, that was a pain in the ass with them. Haven't had to return anything on eBay yet. I got lucked out with everything. Alright, so this lens is not an f1.4, it's a 1.8, but it's tops 3 of the 4 1.4s, and it's right there tied with the Pentax in the lead. Very sharp. Now this is a Nikon FE, and I have since I did the Zuiko 1.8, I have a couple of Zuiko, or a couple of Nikon f1.8s too, so I'm going to rack that out to close focus. And let me check this one. This is a Nikon. These are really good lenses, so this should be good. Alright, I can read the price. It's getting pretty sharp. Yeah, it's in there. Alright, this serial number is fuzzy. Starts with a 1-3. 2. Yeah, there's a 5 at the end. Alright, this does not come close to the Olympus or the Pentax. It's kind of about the same as the Nikon f1.6. This eBay money back guarantee is fuzzy. It's not working. Get the item you ordered or your money back. I think I've kind of learned that by now. Alright, so this one, the 50mm f1.8 Nikon, is not as good as this particular Olympus, and it doesn't come close to this Pentax. Alright, so let me do one last thing here. In our not really scientific study here, our survey that we're doing. I'm going to take the 50mm f1.4 off of the Canon, and I can do this. There's that red dot. I'm going to line up this other Canon lens. And this will be different, but what's different is the lens. What's not different is the camera. The finder, the mirror, the window, the prism in here, everything here is the same as we had it with that rather unsatisfactory 50mm f1.4. This is a 100mm macro lens. It's a Canon also, f4. And wow. Well, when I use this, I'm not just reading the words and the numbers, I'm seeing how many dots they're made of. This, yeah. This one is a whole different ballgame here. eBay money back guarantee, get the item or you ordered or your money back. And I can see how many dots is in each letter. Oh, there's a little dollar sign there. Yeah. Lens serial number 132695. Yep, everything 20mm. I can see those MMs just right with this. Yeah, this is a whole different level of close-up accuracy. So people may have said, well, you know, that all the stuff that in the viewfinder that the light has to go through affects your image. We thought that this lens was kind of poor looking through it, through this camera. But this lens, hooked up to the same camera, going through the same reflex linkage as, because it's the same camera, this one is just untouchable accuracy. This is so super sharp. I don't even have this at its closest focusing distance is here, which is here. If you want to see how close the 100 close focus is, oh yeah, I'm just like zooming in on one word. There, yeah, and it's four rows of dots in the numbers. Look at that. Yeah, I can see everything close up. Where's that? There it is. I have to move the camera to get to the right focus spot right there. Yeah. Yeah, this is where you see the dot matrix stuff of what the letters are made of. Not just, oh, I can read the letters. This is, I can take the letters apart. So this is a very cool lens. Not real expensive, but just looking through the camera eyepiece test that we did here tells me that this is what a real sharp lens is all about. The 1.4s are good lenses. Are they worth the extra money? I don't know. I don't know that they are. When the 1.8s beat it, and they did, then I think our angry friend has a point to what he's saying. Maybe the f1.4 lenses are not that great. Of course, all we've looked at is wide open aperture at the closest focusing distance. And that's probably not going to be any lens's strong point unless it happens to be a macro lens. Then a macro lens, whatever you want to say, then it's important. But I think we've learned a few things here. If you're new to the channel or if you've watched stuff before and you haven't gotten around to it, please hit the subscribe button. I have a pretty good number of subs. I need just a few more. So I really appreciate it if you hit subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. The subscription, it just means that I go on your subscription list of the sites that you've subscribed to. And so you see stuff pop up for my videos. But I appreciate you sticking around here and watching this video. I hope you found it interesting and enjoyable. Hope we didn't muddy the water too much. And until next time, this is Mr. Gibson Guy, and I'm out of here. Thanks for visiting.